I just think all of this is funny. I think loud noises and abrasive music are funny.
Mulholland Drive I made as a prank to mess with you.
All my movies are pranks. I'm the original jackass.
I was going to say, yeah, he just thinks it's funny the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to piss off Shane.
It doesn't represent anything. It's just funny if a baby's weird. I thought that'd be obvious.
People are trying to read into it. Just laugh, dumbass.
Yeah, he's watching a screening of Eraserhead. He's like, no one's laughing.
He's crying after. He's crying. Everyone's like, I loved your movie. And it's like, you didn't even laugh.
You didn't even laugh.
You're just trying to kiss my ass because I have a lot of lunch.
I wanted to make
I have so much food.
I wanted to make the next Uncle Buck, and they're calling it a testament to the avant-garde. What is that? Who is the avant-garde? Do they want to hurt me?
This is about as over the plate as it gets.
Out to lunch.
What if all the David Lynch movies, what if he's like, oh shit, I keep making movies that are all the outtakes?
Okay, now just for fun, let's sub in a fucked up baby. Fuck. We deleted the footage of the regular baby.
When the Jackass guys came on the scene, I thought they'd let me in. But they didn't, so I had to make other stuff. Twin Peaks was my CKY.
David Lynch joining the Jackass crew and being like, no, I refuse to do any of this. What are you doing? You'll get hurt.
He's running away from snakes. He's like, what are you doing?
He just brings in a bunch of blonde women and he's like, they should do the pranks.
He starts directing Jackass. Oh, that's beautiful.
He's directing. He's like focusing on the turds and the cum and shit.
He gets mad because he gets like a really beautiful room with nice curtains and lights it well, but then a bull runs through it. And he's like, you ruined it.
You ruined my room. I'm David Lynch, and this is creating a prison of my own mind.
What if David Lynch is watching like a normal like Mission Impossible and he's like, it makes no sense.
He's watching Big and he's like, this is the weirdest movie I've ever seen.
Don't put on Nightmare Before Christmas. That is scary.
Yeah, he's in an interview. David, how have you been feeling? I haven't slept in 5 days. What happened? I watched Nightmare Before Christmas. Have you seen it?
And then an Invader Zim rerun came on, and I had to leave the room.
I found the most demented piece of media I've ever seen. It was called Courage the Cowardly Dog. The moments of silence, the stares, the sounds, it enthralled me.
He trips and lands in a hot topic, and he thinks he's in hell.
No.
He goes,
Get away from me.
He goes to a Spencer's Gifts.
Good Lord.
The depravity. Well,
You can buy a dill. I can't even say it.
I can't even say it. These are the rudest t-shirts I've ever seen.
a dildo.
Shirts should be nice.
All the colors of the pride flag.
Help me.
He's calling the police in a
He's
Spencer's
stuck
Gifts.
in a shirt.
Yeah.
He's like tangled between two shirts.
They've captured me with this rude net.
It looks like Dune in here. Doesn't look like Dune, David.
No, man.
Well, welcome.
This small town is really dark. It's a store.
So what's it really like in this town? Well, I work here at the AM PM. No, but the deep-sided underbelly of it all.
Wow. He thinks that, like, finding Spencer's Gifts at the mall is like finding the depravity underneath the surface.
Yeah, he thinks it's like the red light district. He's in the Westfield Topanga Mall in Woodland Hills going, oh my God.
Just below the surface of this peaceful little town, there is this den of evil.
He films a documentary for 6 months hiding in the Spencer's Gifts like it's a jungle.
Look at these animals.
Worse than the Bowery. Spencer's Gifts.
Some people who you think are just your regular neighbors secretly own Invader Zim merchandise.
It's a cult. Well, welcome Eli Lutsky to the podcast.
Thank you.
After years of controversy, hearsay, and libel, we brought him on to defend himself
Well, thank you.
and to clear the air. I wanted to talk about something. I had a special moment today. I was trying to read at a cafe, and then a guy next to me took a phone call, and he started describing to the people on the phone call the book series that he's writing.
Ooh.
It's a romance series. It's 6 parts long. There's a detective. The main character is a woman who is trying to embody lavender. Like when people think of lavender, they think of her in color, vibe, and smell. And get this, her name, Laverne.
Wow.
Her name is
Wow.
Laverne.
Is
So
it a coincidence?
It's not. He just wrote it that way.
That guy's fucking smart.
And
Wow.
he said, it's fucking crazy. That was a quote. He said, it's intense. It's crazy. And he
Okay.
said, I want it to be so timeless. When you're reading it, you don't even know what fucking era it's in.
Damn.
Okay.
And he seemed like he was writing it with ChatGPT. Like the vibe was,
really?
I don't know, just the way he was talking about it was like, I got into this. I didn't think I could do it. Now it's going like, and it feels like a guy's literally just telling ChatGPT to write a book.
I mean, and you said it's a 6-part series of
It's
books.
a 6-part romance novel. Oh, and you'll like this. So there's a detective involved.
Yes, I love
And-
detectives.
And he feels bothered, and then he realized that feeling of being bothered is the sign of a new case.
Oh,
And
that's really smart.
He literally
And that's
said
part
he's
of the book that he told someone about over the phone.
yes.
That the
Did he-
detective
did he
had a
mention-
hunch.
Did he mention the detective was in over his head?
I was gonna say he literally did. He literally said the detective is in over his head.
Detectives are always in over their head.
Well, it's like if the detective is like a kid and he goes into water and he goes to the far part.
Mm-hmm. He'll be in over his head.
Yeah, he'll be in over his head.
If you were reading a book and a kid went to the far part of the water and went under the water, would you consider the kid a detective?
Yes, I would.
So just
'Cause
anybody.
every child that drowns is in over.
What about
is
just
a
like-
detective.
what
Must be a clue down there.
What about like a
They're
kid?
looking for clues.
What about like a kid that has to take a test that he's not prepared for and he's
He's
in
a
over his?
detective
Is he a
because-
detective?
Well, yeah, and if like
he
a
has to
bunch of goons
investigate the
come by,
homework?
if a bunch of goons come by while you're doing homework and are like, you're getting way over your head, Jack.
Mhm.
Like once he's starting to figure out algebra, you're getting a little
I had a bunch
too
of
close.
goons come over around the time I started learning algebra.
They thought it was going to be a little hot if you found out
Yeah,
the mystery of algebra.
so they had to start doing heroin.
Wait, the goons?
The goons were doing heroin. Oh God, they were
Damn.
scary.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the level to which like the guy was describing the book.
Yeah.
Like he was like, and then the goons were on heroin. It sounded like he was talking to like his friend and maybe their child almost.
He's talking to his mom.
He
He's
might
an excited kid talking to his mom that got too big.
Yeah, maybe I didn't notice. He was actually like a 9-year-old boy that's like the size of a 40-year-old man, and he's so big he just has to live on his own.
Well,
And he talks like a loser. He's got loser accent.
Yeah.
he's got loser accent.
You notice people got loser
He's
accent?
from Loser.
Yeah. Sometimes you hear a guy talk, you go, oh, he's a loser. Oh, he hasn't done anything.
You
It is
can
funny
tell
to
by the voice.
imagine,
What?
Like the just the idea of like a detective being in over his head and the case is a lady's trying to become lavender.
I don't understand. It's like, I think he was trying to describe that like everybody in the world, when they think of lavender, they just think of Laverne. And
Yeah.
the detective is like, something's fishy here.
If David Lynch heard about this, thank God he's dead. Because if he heard about this, he'd get scared.
Yeah, if he was sitting at that table, he'd be, I was trying to read, but was disturbed by
Maybe
the
he was
most
talking to
harrowing story.
David Lynch in heaven.
He might have been talking to David Lynch. And David Lynch was on the other side of the phone like, no,
No,
it's
it could
bad.
never work.
I
You
don't
need to make
like it.
normal movies like me.
You need to make.
I made a weird movie and I died.
I made a weird
My
movie.
last movie was weird.
It was the greatest regret of my career.
Dying.
People said the movie was ambiguous in metaphor, and I felt like a failure.
I like simple movies. Like 8.5.
What's 8.5?
That's
that's the
that's
Fellini movie.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Fellini
Oh.
movie. It's his favorite movie. That and Sunset
Favorite
Boulevard.
movie is 8 Mile.
I like 8 Mile because it's about the seedy underbelly.
The most disturbing movie I've ever seen was something called Stuart Little, about a small man. I was enthralled.
A small, furry white man, and it sounds awesome.
Yes,
Because
but
he's
it's terrifying. He has
There's
the
no
same-
black men in my movies, and you know why.
Because I love Stuart Little. That's why. A lot of people have asked me why. It's because Stuart Little. Does he have an issue with no black guys in his movies?
I feel like there might be a couple. I feel like there's not a lot though.
Hmm.
Let me look up black people in
in
David
David
Lynch.
Lynch movies.
Yeah. Let's figure this out.
Where is Eraserhead
But black people
supposed to...
do like him.
Is Eraserhead supposed to take place anywhere? Because I know they shot it in like Pittsburgh, but is it
Philly?
It's supposed to be in.
It's supposed to be like an industrial area that like went to shit. I actually didn't finish it.
So there should be some black people there.
There should be black people in Philadelphia.
I've heard there are.
But the dad at one point is like, it went to hell. It went to hell, which I guess is like probably a racial reference, maybe.
Why would you assume that?
Because he's an
like
old dad.
To hell.
Yeah, because he's an old guy. Black people are rare in David Lynch's filmography. Calling black people rare is pretty funny. Any situation where black people are rare is pretty crazy.
Real fans of David Lynch will love the appearance of black people.
Real fans of David Lynch will love Portland, the whitest city in America.
Yeah. Real fans of David Lynch would be horrified by The Wire.
I love Portland. I love everyone here for some reason.
That's why he loves the 50s. That's why he's so obsessed with the 50s, because there's black people are rarely in his movies.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that believes there just weren't black people in the 50s. I like that that's
showed up all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot of guys who love the 50s. That's like their belief, is they're like, it was just us. They hadn't gotten here
There
yet.
was justice. It was just us.
Every business had a whites-only sign above the door, and I would say, why do you have that? That's the only people who are here.
Whites only. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
What if you go to the 50s and you think it's going to be like, the segregation's going to be like whites only and stuff, but really it's like, no sagging pants. No, it's like the current version of segregation.
No playing music on speakers.
I was playing weird music on speakers at the lunch counter. David Lynch is experiencing segregation, but for being weird.
He's editing his movies on the bus and everybody's pissed off.
I marched in Selma, but I marched weirdly.
He liked the Nazis because they walked weird. He was like, it's pretty weird to do all this stuff, so I must like it.
What do you think of Hitler, David? I think he's one of the weirdest guys that's ever lived. The king of absurdity.
Look at that mustache.
He has a wacky facial little mustache. I like it.
It's a postmodern reference to Charlie Chaplin.
I like tiny people and tiny mustaches.
That is not a regular mustache.
I hate tiny milkshakes.
A man with a mustache like that has the mind of Salvador Dali. Are you saying Hitler is like Salvador Dali? I'm saying they're similar.
And just as good.
I'd say they did very different things.
This is going to be big on. This is going to be big online because people love David Lynch because he's weird.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: is I don't get David Lynch because I'm like dumb and my IQ is 80. So when I watch his movies, I don't understand the subtext because only really smart people can understand the subtext.
All I feel when I watch David Lynch movies is the bemoaning of my own intelligence.
I heard about it by accident because only really smart people have ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because we were at a bar in Brooklyn. And some people we were overhearing them talk about this sort of secret club.
It was a Mensa meeting. We actually walked into a Mensa meeting.
It must have been, yeah. Because these people were talking about David Lynch and saying they liked him, and we said, well, he must be good. Maybe, it's like the Joker movies or something.
Yeah.
And then, which were also confusing to me.
Yeah, I got, why in the second one did they start singing? It's a movie.
I was so lost.
Well, even the first appearance of the Joker, I found deeply
Well, at
confusing.
first it's Arthur, but then it's the Joker.
Yeah,
so it's kind of weird.
I was so confused.
And there's a guy that wears makeup, but then you're following Arthur, but then you follow a guy that's wearing makeup.
Yeah.
I
and are they fighting?
Yelling at the screen during Joker. I was like, just smile and be happy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I yelled at it every movie.
You're being weird.
Well, I didn't know why they didn't make a movie about his dad who wanted him to smile more, because that would be a happy movie about a dad who wants his son to be happy.
Yeah.
And I'd like to watch that, but instead it's a movie about a guy who is mad at a city.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, fucking vote.
Yeah.
If you're like, if
it's literally in your hands.
It's literally a caution tale on not voting.
Not voting has never solved anything, Joker.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's
if you don't vote, you have no right to complain.
He can't talk about anything if he's not actually taking part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of these
He
non-vote.
doesn't realize that if he voted for Kamala, we'd be at brunch right now.
Yes.
You know,
Hillary was
We'd
the
be at
most
David
qualified
Brunch.
candidate.
we'd be at David's
David-
brunch.
Yeah.
Batman just being like, Hillary was the most qualified candidate in American history, Joker. I think all politicians want to take your money. You fucking idiot. Just vote.
Oh.
No.
You think
You're
this would be
wrong.
happening if Kamala was president?
So, Joker, you didn't vote for her because you thought she supported genocide. Well, what now? And he's showing a map of gerrymandering in the South. Way to go, you fucking idiot.
You're completely to blame for Trump.
The Joker, though, if we're going to be clear, and I want to make our politics clear on this podcast, will love Donald Trump.
The Joker would love
Yeah,
Donald Trump.
because he's funny and he's chaotic, and Donald Trump's always asking people why so serious.
Well, and
he
Donald
is always
Trump,
saying that.
Donald Trump is sort of a political joker. He shakes up the system. Why did I vote for Donald Trump? Because I love the Joker.
All my motherfuckers at the NA meeting voted for Donald Trump.
I also like
You don't talk to the real people at the NA meeting.
I also
who are
like
voting for Donald Trump.
I talked to the real honest folks down at the NA meeting. They're smart. They just got their brains back. I also like the guy
They just figured out how to talk again.
and the first thing they said was I love Donald Trump. A man who's been in a catatonic state for 9 months comes out and says I love Donald Trump. I also like the guy who's instead of saying he's a libertarian says he has Joker politics.
Yeah, I think people who like the Joker too much are usually libertarians, I think.
What are my politics? Whatever the fuck the Joker would vote for. Or would he vote at
Everyone
all?
should be allowed to do whatever they want.
I think we should be allowed to blow up the city.
I like fire.
My politics, chaos. It's funny when a guy is huge in stature, but also a fan of the Joker.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you could just be huge.
Yeah.
That could be your thing. You could be like huge and a dick about it.
Yeah, you don't need all the weirdness of like, the Joker is like a...
It's a refuge for like, I have felt like a pussy my whole life, but
Yeah.
now I'm actually...
Nothing has gone right for the Joker.
Yeah, my feminine thing is actually sort of a chaotic, scary
Mhm.
Joker thing now.
Yeah. But you could, if you're just a big guy, everything's fine.
You don't need to be into the Joker.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Yeah,
think he's
step on me.
Yeah.
You're a big guy. Why don't you step
Hey,
on
come
me?
over and step on Shane.
Yeah.
Why don't
what-
you?
Come on. It'll get me hard.
Hurry
I'll come.
up.
the Joker, but he just keeps mentioning that he's not that tall. You probably think I'm a pussy just because I'm 5'2".
Just because I'm under 6 feet, women don't want to fuck me.
What you don't understand is that...
Women, have you heard about the 666 rule?
Joker, you're getting
6
off the
figures,
topic.
6 inches, 6 feet. Women in San Francisco won't fuck me.
You think we have order in society.
Harley
but then
Quinn.
you try to go on a date as a 5'5" man.
Harley Quinn left me for a Chad.
You think we all take care of each other, that we're all a community, but really it's just Chad Stacy stomping on the chuds of the world. And then there's like 100 weird guys behind him like, "Rah." But now the chuds have, the Penguin would definitely be an incel online.
yeah.
He would be very online. Be
Is
very
the
upset.
Penguin? I thought the Penguin was kind of a mob boss or something.
Well, now
He's
he
more
is.
of a mob boss.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's the rumor I've heard.
The Penguin is a mob boss.
I kind of try to keep my ear on whatever's happening in Gotham.
Yeah.
You know, Gotham's
Yeah.
kind of the new Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Detroit was really sketchy. A lot of great rappers coming out of Gotham.
You trust the Democratic leadership. Look at Gotham. The Penguin is running around.
Gotham would have a great, underground rap scene.
Oh yeah, they never talk about that.
No, they should, though.
I think there'd be
Eminem in Gotham.
Yeah.
there'd be a lot of cool art coming out of Gotham.
Yeah,
It's just a city with so much happening in it.
and it's very dense.
I like to imagine Gotham's the only city with superheroes, so it's just sort of like somebody's like, yeah, I'm going to move to Gotham. They're like, really?
In Gotham, you can get up 10 times a night.
You can get up 10 times a night as long as somebody doesn't blow up the establishment you're going into.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, all these comedians move to Gotham for the stage time, and then they burn off part of their face and then start wearing a mask everywhere and change their name to something
You know what I'm sick of in
involving
Gotham?
riddles or something.
in Gotham is that they've really gentrified a lot of Gotham. You know, it used to be, you know, a family could live.
There used to be villains.
Yeah. Villains, they got priced out.
Yeah.
They have to move to the White House.
Yeah. There used to be villains in East Gotham.
Yeah.
But now it's all just fucking bakeries, coffee shops.
Yeah.
The Riddler and like
evil-themed coffee shop.
Yeah.
The Riddler's not evil because the new like hipsters like love him.
It's there's like cute Silver Lakey like bakeries. It's like, I'm the bakeler. Welcome.
Yeah, they're appropriating like villain slang.
Everyone like
to sell it
like villains, even though they moved there from like their Midwestern suburb.
There's guys
a guy that's been there for 5 years making TikToks like guy that's been in Gotham for 1 week and he's doing Gotham slang.
Yeah, there's guys walking around with like exclamation points on them. It's like that guy's not even a villain. Girls just want to fuck the Riddler.
Yeah,
they just think he's cool.
That guy's from Metropolis.
Oh my God,
he's not even from here.
2 years into living in Gotham, they're like, "Hey man, riddle me this real quick."
Oh my God, Ree's here.
I finally became a real Gothamer.
Having a mask over your eyes, like a young socialite woman that wears a mask everywhere,
like an eye patch and a big top hat.
I just love being here because you can like really express your chaos in certain ways.
When the basketball team, the Gotham Evils wins, and the city.
Yeah, all of a sudden these villains that moved here like a year ago are jumping on buses.
I'm so proud of my city.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know their
basketball team is all henchmen.
They're goons. The Gotham goons.
Like,
that's awesome.
They trade like LeBron to the Gotham Evils. And it's just him. He just stands there and goes, "Get him, boy."
That's what the coach does.
Yeah.
LeBron's the coach, and he's like, "Get him,
get him, boys."
LeBron, how are you feeling?
Like one good player and then a bunch of henchmen.
How are you feeling about transferring from the Los Angeles Lakers to the Gotham Goons? You know, it's a different style of play over here. They're a lot more deceitful, a lot more conniving.
Mostly stand there, and I look at them and I say, "What are you waiting for, you idiots? Get them."
You know, I feel like we're playing slow because we're getting into a lot of fights about who thinks they have more morals and what society really means. I really just came to play basketball.
Yeah, we've been struggling lately because of this Gotham style of play. Where like they'll all stand behind me and then one at a time go run up to the other team, get knocked out, and then another one runs up. I'm like, guys, you gotta be synchronized.
We gotta be playing as a team.
You can't do one at a time.
We gotta play as a team.
We had to ban Batman. He kept coming in trying to stop it.
I just, playing over here is too many gadgets, I'd say. Mostly gadgets. LeBron, what did you think of the Joker's use of the pencil game in the finals? I don't like playing like that. That's not how I grew up playing. And I don't think the kids want to see that.
If I, back where I'm used to playing, they would pull you out of the game for that.
For killing a man with a pencil.
Killing a man with a pencil.
It's just not the kind of thing I want to see on the court. It slows down the game.
I don't think you have to play like that. I think
pretending you're going to shoot a guy and then a flag comes out.
I'm all for pump fakes and stuff, but I just think that's a little over the line.
LeBron, what was going through your head when the other team sealed all the doors to the arena and pumped poison gas into it?
We were just trying to play a good game. I couldn't leave.
The gas made me feel silly, made me start laughing.
Start coughing a lot.
You just instinct kind of just takes over in situations like that. That's what we train for.
It pissed me off because we were up at the time, and we finally sort of got a flow going. And then once the poison gas came in and made us seek only chaos and destruction, the play fell apart. Steve is a good coach, Steve Kerr, but he's not used to this kind of place. He's come from, San Francisco. He's come from a city, no superheroes, no supervillains.
Yeah,
he's been on a lot of good teams for the Chicago Bulls. Never just, they never had to contend with gizmos and gadgets and chaos.
Sort of a standard of, of mutual respect between teams in the NBA. But here, we got to worry about trapdoors. We got to worry about falling into a pit of sharks and alligators.
That's why everybody hates the Eastern Conference, because the West still plays actual basketball, but the East, there's so much deceit.
What if the Raiders move to Gotham and they just play the same as they do?
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, this is exactly how we play.
LeBron's going to be out for a few months because he's been put in the prison Bane was born in. It's tough. I had to rehab. I had to climb out of there myself. Christian Bale, he was a good teammate of mine. We made it out together.
Yeah, I'm just trying to not spend too much time dwelling on the time I was stuck in a giant hole and just focus on having a good season.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hard part. That was a hard period.
That was but I mean, I've recovered.
Being
I
away
got out of the hole. I beat up a bunch of guys.
Being away from my family in a vaguely Middle Eastern country in a hole where people are serving sentences for like moral thought crimes and stuff. That was a new pace of play for me. He still thinks
I'm
it's
visiting
basketball.
I'm visiting young kids in Arkham, trying to get them started on basketball, get their lives together.
It was rough being out for the season after Bane snapped my back. And back over his
doing it in front of the city, that was a hit to morale, to the locker room. We came back, we felt bad. My back was broken. I'd been I couldn't be there for my team.
Around.
I was transported with a broken back to a vague prison, and I couldn't be there for my team when I wanted to be, and I apologize.
I tried to get them to put me back in the game, but they were like, your back has been broken clean in half.
You're also 1,000 miles away in a prison that's a hole.
I'm like, okay, but put me in the game.
But I was just trying to do anything I could do to stay active. Luckily, they had rocks down there. I used those as balls. My jump shot's better now. I feel good. I'm back.
So David Lynch would love Gotham, though, because it's a weird city. It's weird that there's so much crime.
I stayed 5 days in Gotham. It was the only city I felt accepted in. I became an idea man for a penguin.
I didn't know. I thought only small towns had dark secrets.
Turns out big cities can too. And not just Los Angeles. In sunny California.
I've started going to big cities, and I found out that crime happens there too. It's more common.
It's actually, there's maybe even more of a seedy, dark underbelly than in small towns.
I have a hunch. There's also girlfriends that wait on the sidewalk. There's Coca-Cola and girlfriends as far as the eye can see.
I saw some girlfriends lingering on the corner, and I pulled up, and I rolled down my window, and I said, I bet you want to be a big movie star, don't you?
I'm David Captain Savinho Lunch.
These ladies are so weird, you don't even have to buy them dinner. You just give them the dinner money. They eat money. They're addicted to money.
They love my money.
They're so skinny.
They're so weird, they don't have normal names like Emily and Jane. Instead, it's things like Stardust and Riviera.
The Riddler. Riddler Harley Quinn.
David Lynch moves to Gotham City and starts R-ing the Riddler. He beats all the villains because he R's them.
This is what really happens in small towns.
DL R-ing the V's in GC. The newest villain of Gotham City is everybody's Casanova. David Lunchkowitz has been seen with the Joker, the Penguin, and the Riddler, all seemingly under duress by his arm.
What about David Lynch being like, I found out that those women who stand on the corner aren't girlfriends at all. They're henchmen for the evil Dr. Pimp.
They cheated on me. Riviera.
With men with even more lunch money.
I found Riviera in a car just like my own.
And I said, Riviera, you're confused. That man isn't me.
How could you do this to my car?
They do relationships weird. This is a weird relationship.
I was on my way to propose to my sweet Riviera.
But eventually I figured out the way to be the best boyfriend is to have a lot of girlfriends whose money you take care of.
And
Unfortunately,
sure, you got to smack them around a little bit. But I did that to Isabella Rossellini.
there's nothing I like more than a cold Coca-Cola and a big hat. My car got bigger.
I learned jive.
They only respond to weirdness. You have to talk weird.
They call it jive.
I put on the weirdest outfit I could think of. A big purple suit with big feather in my hat.
Alligator skin boots.
And
I was
a
trying to
necklace.
look scary.
A necklace made of gold. I have to go pee, but just keep going.
Just keep going.
Okay, jeez.
All right. How are you?
I'm good. How was your 4th of July? We're
It
recording this the day
was
after 4th of July.
okay.
Cool.
Eli?
Man, okay,
yeah.
you've really just deactivated as soon as Cooper left.
Well, we just don't really hang like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we never know what to say to each other.
Yeah, we do the opposite of finish each other's sentences. We have to start each other's
We
sentences
start each other's sentence.
because we don't know.
So, how am I? Yeah.
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I'm sorry,
man.
I'm nervous. I'm really nervous.
Yeah.
I'm just really nervous right
It's
now.
crazy being a guest on the biggest podcast in the world. I am Dagnabbit Boy's #1 fan.
Congrats. Congratulations, sir
Thank you.
or ma'am. Sir, ma'am.
I don't know what this is. You just forgot how to be alive.
I think it's cool what you're doing. It just oh, hey Cooper, come back.
Shane
Come back.
doesn't know how to talk while you're gone.
I just don't know what to say.
You're just
Did
gonna
the
have to
having
cut
nothing
that.
to say bit get anywhere?
No, you're gonna have to cut that.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna have to cut it? I
You're gonna
thought
have
it
to
was
cut
funny.
huge chunks of this podcast.
Why? Because
Every time someone other than me is talking, I think you're gonna need to cut.
what? It's gonna be a 5-minute podcast.
It'll be only a podcast of you responding to stuff.
Don't underestimate your audience.
Right.
They
Yeah.
can assume what's
Our audience is
said.
really smart, like David Lynch watchers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, our
I bet people watching our podcast are also watching a David Lynch movie at the same time.
Yeah, kind of like the Temple Run things where it's like
Yeah.
AI giving you a story while you watch two different things to keep your attention.
Yeah.
My movies were meant to be watched alongside Family Guy clips.
Family Guy is low-key really offensive.
For all the work I've put in, I've never been able to master the absurd spontaneity of Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
Quagmire would fit well in Twin Peaks.
Quagmire, the epitome of sin. I detest Quagmire. I hate when he's on the screen.
They treat Meg terribly. I draw pictures of Meg dating Brian.
Meg
I post them online.
Meg is a small town in America. Ignored. Assumptions made about.
I need to save Meg. I need to move to Quahog and save Meg from her terrible life.
He goes to the Family Guy experience, that thing in a building in New York where it's like poorly constructed. I finally made it to Sodom.
Where is she? You know who I'm talking about.
She's probably in the basement being yelled at by Peter.
He's driving in a Corvette with a cardboard cutout of Meg sticking out. I had finally saved my maiden, only for her to fly away in the wind. Which was weirder even than my movies. You have to remember, I'm a weird guy. And even that was weird.
He says that about everything. He says, this is as weird as my movies. That guy burped. That's about as weird as me, David Lynch.
Me, David Lynch. Huh, that's weird.
I walked into a bathroom after a guy and it smelled as weird as my movies.
What did you do in here? Pee?
Brown stuff came out of my butt, and that inspired a movie.
About... It's a movie about how small towns are full of brown stuff. It smells like a small town's underbelly.
My magnum opus, Poop the Movie.
My movies are kind of like poop because I take normal things like burgers and then make them into weird things like brown logs. Brown logs that you can't carry out of the bathroom. They can never leave the bathroom.
I like to watch Billy and Mandy with my brown logs next to me.
I like to take my brown logs and put them on my knee as I watch Courage the Cowardly Dog.
This is what I think babies look like. Because babies don't look normal.
I
not
love
to me.
eating my brown logs while watching Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm feeling a lot of fear and loathing. Do you get that reference?
Sometimes, just to make the movie weirder, I cover my I cover the TV in brown.
I make paint out of my butt.
If people see you pulling the brown logs out of the bathroom, they call you a freak.
But
and
once
it's not fair.
But if they don't see them come out of the bathroom, they don't know where they're from. I covered my house in brown to inspire me.
Blonde women come over and they want to leave.
When I have a lady come over, I say, uh-oh, I have to hide all my brown logs.
I have to hide my house. I have to hide my walls, which are covered in brown. I take all the walls out of my house.
Covering the house in brown did not inspire me. It gave me a splitting headache. I started writing even weirder movies and forgetting what words were. It was the worst period of my life. But then I discovered transcendental meditation.
That's when I made all of my movies.
I made all of my movies in what I refer to as the brown period.
I was trying to make Star Wars.
Now I live a normal life where the brown stays in the room for it. I detest that room.
I like blonde because it's the opposite of brown.
I'm grateful to the brown for giving me the idea for Lost Highway. But some things are not meant to come out of the toilet.
I knew the brown period would never last. It was too idealistic, you see.
I had created a brown utopia in my home.
But it turned out to be a prison. It stopped me from interacting with my friends and family because I, myself, was covered in the brown.
It turned out that underneath the peaceful brown lay a secret, shady floor.
There was a dark underside to covering your house in your own brown.
A nasty undercurrent of hardwood floor lay beneath the layer of brown.
What if, David Lynch going to Compton in the 90s and being like, I'm sure there's a dark side to this small town.
Browns.
What looks like a normal small town.
Browns the size of human beings walking around. It was the weirdest place I've ever been. Humanoid browns.
Humanoid browns.
David,
owning homes.
David, you cannot say that.
David, you can't be talking like that.
Browns who made their own browns but didn't consider them their own children and flushed them down the toilet.
Even though they look like their own children.
David.
David.
David. Cut.
No,
David, that ain't it, cuss.
I'm not saying this disrespectfully. They were very lovely to me. And I said, as a reward for your kindness, I will never put you in my weird movies.
You wouldn't get them. You wouldn't understand them.
I wouldn't wish being cast in my movies on my worst enemy.
I do it to punish white ladies.
Who are the enemy of the brown. Who exist in opposition to the brown. And I myself, as a brown lover, could only torture them by making them do weird things and dying on beaches.
But no, I respect your strange ways.
A friend of David is being interviewed, and it's like, yeah, he has probably the weirdest conception of race I've ever heard of. I actually don't know how he learned sort of nothing from his parents or schools about what other races are.
Yeah, he's completely blindsided.
I read books backwards.
He's a supporter of the Black Israelites because he believes that we all exist on a spectrum of poop. And the whites have gone farthest, and so are aliens to Earth.
He's weirdly pro-black, but in a an even more racist way because I think the years he spent covering his home and poop kind of messed with his head. I don't think he ever fully recovered from.
So you're saying he thinks black people are sort of 100% poop, and he as a white man is only a little bit of exactly.
Like he sees it as kind of having become distant from his nature.
He thinks the whites hide their poop in their stomachs and then expel it into a sort of a bowl of shame, which is why he uses a clear toilet bowl.
He loves the homeless because they make brown on the street.
He believes that the white homeless people are doing a pilgrimage to brown by not showering and thus becoming a darker shade than they were, and also being in the sun so much. He thinks tanning is a form of prayer. He thinks tanning salons are churches.
Yeah,
you get so brown, you turn red.
The only thing I'm thankful for is that this sort of, luckily, has somehow never made it into his movies.
No, this doesn't come up in public, but, he's all right. He did, create his own religion centered around poop, but
he's more culturally his own religion than practicing.
He has a strange belief system where everyone is poop. Other than that, he's doing all right.
Literally all of his other beliefs are grounded in reality.
Well, he hates when his brown is green, and that's why he gives all his money to transcendental meditation, because he wants to get rid of the green.
I met a goblin today. A troll under my bridge of leg. He's just constantly touching his own poop. Like most of David Lynch's day is spent hunched over the toilet bowl, like squishing and gripping his poop and trying to grab watery diarrhea and being upset that he can't. He thinks diarrhea is like kind of like a poltergeist almost, like you can't really grip it.
Well, he thinks those chocolate milkshakes he would get from Bob's, he thinks those are brown.
Yeah.
He thinks that it's a sweet way to eat brown.
When
he looked, because famously he looked at the ingredients and was like, I don't know any of this. But what he didn't know was like milk.
Yeah.
Milk and ice cream.
Yeah. He kind of thinks everything is in way a center of devotion to brown. Where the tanning makes you more brown, at Bob's you can get brown to put inside of you.
And brown burgers, which he loves.
Yeah.
Well, I think he believes that like a milkshake is sweet brown, and sweet brown comes from, if you're a sweet person, then when you shit, it's sweet.
Well, he thinks he's getting it from Laura Palmer.
We had an issue with David where he tried to make his own milkshakes and burgers at home, which of course meant blending and also flattening out and pan frying pieces of his poop. And I want to say that lasted for about 2 weeks. And it was really hard to break him out of that cycle. And
dinner is served.
We essentially just had to tell him that you have to eat brown from restaurants only, because he would invite us over for dinner parties, and he would unveil on a large tray the largest mound of poop you've ever seen.
I just can't get it to taste the way it tastes at Bob's Big Boy.
I put this in the oven for 5 hours.
What am I doing wrong?
He put his own poop in an Instapot, which makes a bomb. Which just makes a bomb, we found out.
Yeah.
He uses jankum, which is fermented poop and pee, sort of the same way Rastafarians would weed. And he did get a certain amount of dreadlocks from rubbing so much poop into his hair that it solidified into hard chunks. I wouldn't say they looked like they looked like you put a bunch of poop in your hair. Really nothing more, nothing less. That being said, I still think he's one of the greatest directors.
You want to hit the poop bong? No, David, I'm good.
We should call this episode Rest in Peace, David Lynch, and have a picture of him.
Yeah.
That's the episode title.
Well, it's current.
Yeah.
Well, it's modern.
Well, it's the anniversary, probably.
Yeah. So what have we said about David Lynch? That he is he's obsessed with poop, and
he's racist.
Is strangely racist.
He's like scared of Courage the Cowardly Dog, but enthralled. And Nightmare Before Christmas. I bet David Lynch always win as Johnny Depp in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas every year for Halloween, which is what awesome people do.
I'm gonna freak everyone out this year.
Have you heard of this?
The whole night he won't talk. He just only talks, and we were 30 minutes outside of Barstow. Hi, David. How are you?
David Lynch is going up to women at the party being like, have you heard of my movies? Let me explain them to you.
Let me explain my movies.
It's like instead of a cigarette and a cigarette holder, it's a piece of poop. It's a piece of poop in a toilet paper roll, empty toilet paper roll. That's the holder.
A girl goes on a date with David Lynch and complains that he just explains his own movies the whole time. And she's like, I actually have a PhD in film, so I understand David Lynch movies.
I Lynch-splained myself. David, you've done it again. You've mansplained yourself to somebody.
She loved it.
The original title of Mulholland Drive was The Funny Sisters, I told her.
You have to remember, these movies are funny.
They are meant to be broad studio comedies.
I put a very funny-looking lady near the trash can by a diner in Mulholland Drive.
The editor keeps editing out the scene of me walking to the camera and explaining what just happened on every scene.
Why would you take that out of the movie? Why would you?
It just doesn't make any sense.
You fool. You ruined the movie. Nobody will know what it's about now.
The editor keeps cutting out the jokes.
I'm a big part of my own movies. If I'm not there to explain it, people will think it's artistic. And it's not. It's just
very
funny.
obvious what's happening.
The editor cut out the part after the lady emerges from behind the trash cans where I step into frame and say to the camera, yeah, I'm thinking that's no bueno.
Grown up.
David Lynch comes out and reacts to his own movies.
Yeah.
He comes out and he's like, damn!
I can't believe it either. And I wrote it. If I had it my way, Eraserhead would have been just like Grown Ups. Grown Ups was everything I wanted Eraserhead to be, but I was stifled.
It's about growing up. And that whole movie is even called Grown Ups.
They hit the nail on the head. The studio made me make a normal movie when I wanted to make a weird one, like Happy Gilmore. Little Nicky terrifies me. He's the most disturbing character in media.
I met him in a small town bar one time. He explained to me the underbelly of the town.
He told me he was from the Deep South, and that it was the darkest underbelly I could have ever heard of. But he couldn't take me there.
I shiver with fear when I think of Mr. Deeds.
He's just afraid of Mr. Deeds.
I love Adam Sandwich.
David Lynch and Adam Sandwich
should collaborate.
We could have been the greatest filmmaking duo in history if it wasn't for that pesky Rob Schneider who stole him away from me. A man I could never be as weird as. You can do it. It still gives me chills.
I like when Adam Sandwich wears the tiny hat. The tiny weird hat.
Singing about a group of people I've never heard of, celebrating 8 days of a holiday that's alien to me. What is happening there?
A strange race of aliens and their strange holidays come to Earth. That is the premise of his animated feature film.
He's so weird, he made a movie where he drew people instead of just filming them with a camera.
He didn't make a baby out of a dead lamb or whatever the fuck. What happened?
Camera turned off. We're going to have to add cool pictures for the duration of the podcast.
Just pictures of David Lynch.
Yeah.
David Lynch.
Wasn't supposed to turn off.
What the fuck? I guess you set it to turn off.
Yeah. Oh, I set it to turn off when the shit get too weird.
You put it on the Ruin podcast setting.
Yeah. Well, the camera has AI in it, so at some point it'll go, if this shit too weird, I'm going to just shut right off.
Well, I like that the camera yells at us to tell it it's done.
Yeah.
The camera's like, I'm out of here.
I don't fucking like this anymore.
This shit was funny when you guys was talking Gotham.
About poop.
These riffs have gone on for too long. I'll see if I can boot it back up.
The cars last night kept yelling at the fireworks. It pissed me off.
Yeah.
They kept being like, shut up. And then more fireworks would come off and they'd be like, shut up. And then a different car would go, shut up.
I was trying to tell the cars, it's not all about you.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be the center of attention every day.
Yeah.
You know?
Just because somebody you don't know is trying to get inside of you, you don't need to make those loud noises as they drive away.
Yeah, I mean, like stuff. 4th of July is a day for the exploding stuff in the sky, but cars just love being like, but what about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what about me also?
Well, every
Yeah,
year,
dog, you're basically homeless also.
every year, car owners are like, please have fun, but be mindful of the cars in your neighborhood. And then every year they're not, and the cars get scared and they bark.
Yeah.
They start whining.
Yeah,
You have to you got to give your car gabapentin.
Yeah.
A guy looking outside his window at his car whose alarm is going off going, oh, buddy, it's okay.
I can't
You're
find
going
my
to
car.
pet your car.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
A guy is like,
Mexicans are excited.
I can't find my car. Has anyone seen my car? He's like, my car's hiding under the bed.
And then the image of a full SUV under a man's bed in his bedroom. He's
It's
pressed
okay,
against
buddy.
the ceiling.
It's okay, buddy.
I woke up like 10 feet off the ground because my Suburban got so scared.
Yeah, the bed is just resting.
Yeah.
on top of the car.
Yeah, his face is pressed against the ceiling. Aww. His wife, aww. I think somebody's under the bed. Falling out of the bed and spraining your ankle. Then giving your car milk, pouring milk over your car that's under your bed in your bedroom.
Hey, buddy.
Putting a little tub of water underneath. Your car dies because it ate grapes.
Because you kept shoving grapes in,
Like the fuel tank.
yeah, into the oil. I've been giving it grapes all day. He's had an upset tummy, I guess, because you shoved chocolate cake into you smeared chocolate cake all over your engine, then turned it on and smoked. I think he got spooked.
No, we can't have chocolate.
Oh, no.
You're trying to make the car vomit by opening the hood and just putting your hand in.
Yeah, and burning your hands. Ow, he bit me.
I'm trying to help you.
You're also suffocating yourself with fumes. You're like,
It's all happening inside the house.
the car's farting. You have a running SUV in your
roommate
bedroom.
dies.
Yeah. You have a running SUV in your 3rd-story 2-bedroom apartment.
Shit, John's dead. Shit, you're taking the car, rubbing your nose in your roommate's dead body.
You pet it.
Look what you did.
You pet it by pressing the gas pedal, so you're just slowly driving it into the wall while it skirts and makes a bunch of smoke.
Yeah.
He kills the family next door.
Mhm.
You just drive through the wall into the next apartment.
And then
he kills somebody's nana who's asleep on the couch.
yeah, your car's over the bodies of a whole family, and you're like, sorry, he jumps sometimes. And then you back out over and over again. You go, buddy, come on, we gotta go.
He loves people.
You're also just holding a leash that's connected to the steering wheel.
Yeah, it's it's just like running over
Yeah.
people. And you're like, sorry, he gets excited.
Sorry.
A woman's like, "Why did you get such a dangerous car?" And you're like, "I'm sorry." Like, your car hates men.
There are
Your
no
car's mad at men.
No
It
bad
honks
car
every
is
time.
just bad driver.
Car mom. Okay.
Your car gives birth to a bunch of tiny toy cars.
Your car gets impounded because you killed so many people. Your car's in the pound now.
I adopted my car from the pound.
I think he used to be owned by a dangerous guy.
Yeah, because my car gets scared a lot. My car starts freaking out anytime I stand up.
One guy chased my car saying it was his car. Yeah, I got this car off the street.
Yeah.
I saved him from a low-income community.
You should have seen him when I showed up. He was all, he had all these stickers on him.
Yeah, he had all these stickers and rims
There
The
was,
stickers were funny, though.
and hood
He
ornaments.
had a bunch of
on them.
hilarious shit on his butt.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of person puts stickers on a poor defensive car that say things like "baby on board"?
Stickers that make the other cars bark at it.
Yeah.
Asking the other cars to bark at it if they're horny.
Yeah,
Sexualizing cars.
it's disgusting. I hate to think of what kind of abuse he was enduring.
You open the trunk and you're pulling shit out of it. It's got turd stuck in its trunk, so you're pulling it. You have to cut it with scissors.
Okay, yeah.
But this is also a delusion because the owner is the one pooping in the car.
Yeah, Yeah.
And drawing a smiley face on it and talking to it.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is it.
camera went out again.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I guess he's bad.
Oh, crud.
Yeah, I guess he's mad. We're talking about other electronics.
We're talking about a man who covered... Well, because we got back to poop. That's why it
Yeah.
stopped again.
That really
Yeah.
is the theme of this one.
The man
The
that
theme?
covers his car in
It's
trunk
poop.
and poop.
I think the
Of people
theme
being insane with
the
poop.
theme is Friends.
Oh, that's true.
The
Yeah.
theme is grief. Because
Yeah.
poop is a metaphor
Well,
for decay.
Well, we're all grieving the loss of David Lynch.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I
R.I.P.
go to his
David
grave and poop all over it because it's
Yeah.
what he wanted.
R.I.P. Daniel Lunch.
You go, you go to Bob's Big Boy and you poop all over the fucking vigil.
I hope when I die, everybody will spread brown on my grave.
Roll me up and poop me when I die.
Throwing a piece of poop as hard as you can at David Lynch's vigil in front of 20 other people, and then them not getting it, and you putting your fists up and going, what?
What?
You eat David Lynch's body, you dig it up and you eat it so you can
Well,
poop
sure.
him out.
It's what he would have wanted.
He
That's
wanted to
what
be
it was
brown.
in my will. Eat me. Turn me to the final
And then
brown.
Turn me into poo-poo.
I want the weirdest guy.
In his religion, that's the only way you go to heaven is if you get eaten and turned into brown. Into compact brown.
Do you guys know he died from the air? He died because of the fires. Bitch.
Like it
Really?
made him sick?
Yeah, because he had like lung disease or something. So,
Oh.
Well,
When
that's
he-
why you shouldn't smoke cigarettes.
well, that's why you
Mm,
shouldn't be a
poor
fucking
guy.
bitch.
Do you think he's a
That's why
pussy?
you shouldn't be such a fucking pussy.
You think he's just being a pussy about it?
Yeah,
He could have toughed it out.
yeah. Pull your bootstraps up. Quit
Yeah.
making weird movies. Start working for a union. Getting a union job.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have died in the fires if he had worked a union job the whole time. If he was a union coal miner in Virginia instead of making those fucking movies, he probably would have lived
That nobody
forever.
understands.
Nobody understands them. They make no sense. Then they're scary.
Yeah.
Nobody understands them, and then there's this group of people that pop up, and they all have weird tattoos, and they're like, "I understand them," and you're like, "Bitch, no, you don't."
But also, only somebody with tattoos that weird could understand a movie that weird.
That's a good
Mhm.
point. If you have tattoos, you are weird, and I guess smart.
Well, because you're not just weird. You're like, you understand that weird is actually a lifestyle.
And you want
And-
to put weird on your body.
Yeah.
Like, you want to put a strawberry or something on you.
I'll vote for the president when they have fucking tattoos.
Yeah, because they're willing to understand the pain, so they don't want to inflict that on American people.
Exactly.
So he'll ban tattoos.
And also, tattoos represent who you are inside. And so I wouldn't even need to hear the president talk. I just have to see all his tattoos.
Well, usually I want to have the president disemboweled so I can see what he's like on the inside. But if
Mhm.
you have tattoos, then you're just expressing it to
Yeah,
me.
you just express it. I need a president with like a tattoo of like a bird or like a stick or something.
Or a bird
Yeah.
with a stick.
Yeah.
In my perfect country, the president would have their stomach and chest cut open
Mhm.
and ripped open, and then all the stuff inside of it taken out,
Mhm.
and then passed around the country so everybody could look at it. And then if we like it, then they're the president.
Yeah, they cut open the president and there's like license plates falling out, like tires. And stuff.
It's like
They
the
cut up-
scene in Jaws.
Yeah.
They cut open the president. It's like when a garbage bag falls apart at the
Mhm.
bottom.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, all my pizza boxes.
It looks like this one would have ate anything. Can't put him in the White House.
Yeah, there's a kid that falls out.
Because he's pregnant.
We found a child in the presidential candidate's body.
The president.
His name is Eraserhead.
Yeah.
The baby's name is Eraserhead.
If it came to light that the president like swallowed a child whole,
He has to confront it. He has to get out ahead of it.
listen.
I was in college. I did eat the child, but I did not swallow. I did not swallow the child.
The child is it's a big lump in his throat. It's a big lump, child-sized
It's like
lump.
kicking and punching in a cartoony way. He's like in the middle of his speech.
The child's head pops out.
Yeah, in the middle of his speech about how he doesn't eat and swallow children, a child's head pops out of his mouth and goes, and then he closes his mouth up like a trap door.
I was young and confused, and I did some things I regretted, like unhinging my jaw, eating a child whole.
A nosy journalist stands up. Mr. President, was that a child in your throat?
I think the better question is, well, no.
I think the better question is, how fucking crazy would it be if a guy came in here with a bunch of swords and guns and was like, you motherfuckers are going to all fucking die. Mr. President, you're deflecting the question. No, I am not. I'm thinking he starts a whole campaign now of guys with swords and guns.
He's deflecting, and then the baby's head, like whole body, comes out and high fives him. And he says to the baby, "We did
it." Yeah, the baby's in on it.
Mr. President, did a baby just jump out of your mouth, high five you, and say "we did it," and then go back in your mouth and down to your stomach?
Many supporters of President Cannibal are saying the babies actually want to be eaten, and that we should live in a society that's not letting age stop a president from eating anyone they want.
They're interviewing a baby smoking a cigarette that's covered in like stomach acid, being like, "It was a good time."
Oh yeah, we were pretty crazy back then.
Coastal elites are confused why the babies like being eaten.
They're like, the people are like, well, what the woke don't understand is that the babies like to get eaten and then dissolved in stomach acid.
All these fucking college students protesting for the babies to get out of the stomach.
Fox News, being like, the left is trying to make the babies not able to party in the president's tummy anymore. They want to take away
their ability to party in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a baby, you're a citizen. And if you're a citizen, you're allowed to party in the president's tummy. Drink a little bit of his stomach acid and kiss other babies. But why are the babies being barred from entering the president's big old yummy tummy? It's cozy, it's fun, and it's open to all babies. So why does the left not want you in there? Is it because you free think in there? Is it because you talk how you want to talk in the president's tummy?
Is comedy legal in the belly, the president's belly? Are the babies making racist jokes?
Why won't Kamala let anybody in her tummy if she becomes the president? That's not a country I want my babies to live in.
They want to.
That's not a stomach I want my babies to live in.
They want to control how you act in public and in your home and in the president's tummy.
If you weren't born here, you can't go in the president's tummy. It's going to get too full.
I'm an American. And if I want to go inside the president's tummy, that's my right.
Joe Biden is letting criminals and immigrants, what's the difference, into his tummy?
Donald Trump is like...
at the border, letting immigrants walk into his mouth as he swallows.
He's swallowing the Rio Grande River and the immigrants within it into his big old tummy.
He's bringing unprecedented levels of crime into his tummy.
It's like that old children's book of the three Chinese brothers who swallowed the sea. But it's Joe Biden. Do you remember that children's book from when you were a kid?
Donald Trump is like eating an entire wall, so it blocks his neck, so immigrant babies can't come in.
I'm eating it brick by brick.
We have babies. We do have immigrant babies down there making the wall, but they will be dissolved very soon.
We just need a president with a strong enough esophagus to keep out the immigrant babies from his yummy cozy tummy, so we have room for the white babies to go in the yummy cozy tummy. But we're at about an hour.
We did it,
and there's no camera.
This is an interesting episode.
I hope you were listening to this in your car. This episode was not interesting.
This episode sucked. This episode was really boring.
I thought the episode sucked and was boring. I wouldn't want to do another one like it. Yeah. I can't pinpoint what made this episode boring. It felt like something was different than usual. I don't know.
Maybe it's because you're on the couch.
I don't know what that would be.
Oh, it's because I'm on the couch.
Well, some guy broke in or something, and he's also here.
Yeah. But
we gotta find that guy.
Here's the thing, though. You can't be letting Eli into your house, because once you invite Eli into your house, he's allowed to come in whenever he wants.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm gonna be in here. I'm gonna be taking shit.
He's a Dracula.
I'm a Dracula, brother.
Well, thank you for coming. Eli, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Oh, Pinocchio.
No.
No,
you don't.
Okay, fine.
No, promote it.
July 14th at UCB, Pinocchio.
Eli wrote a very funny play with his friends, and they've made a lot of the plays, and they're very funny, and you should go see them. If you want to see a play that's funny, and it's made by young, eager people that are eager artistically, sexually,
just sort of
it's his polycule.
Just kind of physically oozing with a lust for life and everything within it, both carnal and spiritual. And it's exciting to see on stage. It makes you feel a lot of things, you know.
And it's not weird.
No, it's normal.
It's super normal.
It's just a normal rendition of Pinocchio. It's not
but it's funny in the way that Pinocchio will come out and be like the rap music will be playing, and Pinocchio's black, so he's like, "Oh, you're gonna have a rap music playing when a brother comes up?"
Mm-hmm.
But he asked for the rap gig.
Yeah, so that he
Right.
can do the joke.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what the play's like.
It's mostly stand-up comedy as Eli is Pinocchio, and he never talks about the Pinocchio stuff.
No.
Talks
it's
about church.
You only know it's that I'm playing Pinocchio by the title of the show, basically.
Almost nothing. Yeah, nothing.
And he doesn't dress up like Pinocchio.
No. He dresses
And his
kinda
friends
like,
aren't in it, and they didn't write any of it.
he dresses like Master P.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just Eli.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's a lot of fun.
it's a great play.
And it's a lot of fun, actually.
It's a great play. You guys should check it out. One of the funniest play of the year, Dagnabbit Boys Play of the Year. And
It won Play of the Week.
Play of the Week, but I'm extending that to the year.
We'll see. Once the showing happens, we'll see how it fares.
Okay, we'll see. Sorry.
I just don't like to. I don't want this to backfire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. What if
Oh,
all our
sure.
fans show up?
Yeah. So anyway, if you're in LA, you should go see that. I guess the ticket link would be on maybe your Instagram,
Yeah.
which would be at Eli Lutsky.
Yes.
Okay, good.
There's
So
also at Big Tobacco Real.
at
That's
Big
the,
Tobacco, that's the play group.
REAL. Yeah, that's
The play
who's
group's
doing
called
the show.
Big
That's us.
Tobacco. Big Tobacco Real, Eli Lutsky. Go get the tickets. It's a fun romp, you know. It's going to
Yeah.
sell out.
Who
Stay
doesn't like
funny.
a romp?
And
Stay funny.
Stay funny.
Find the funny. Stay funny.
I'm the dirtiest man in the street. The trash is scared of me. The bums, they tell me to take a shower.